Pspapercrafts, thanks for joining me. If you're joining live or if you joined the replay, I appreciate you spending the time with me. Today I'm going to use some of the new product from the new mini catalog. This went live yesterday and I'm so excited about it. It's really has some beautiful, beautiful products in it, and now I can kind of open it up and show you. There's just some really fun products. I love the monkeys. There's pretty, there's fun, there's all different things. So this is the card I'm going to be making today, and I kind of got the idea from this. This is a little package, but I liked having the tags on it. So I decided to do that sort of look, but I created my own background. And this is called Sentimental Swirls, and it is Sam Donaldson? Sam Hamill. Oh, I don't know her name. Sam Hammond. You'll know her as Poodles. I think I have her right name. I should know that. She created it when she reached her $1 million in sales. And that's what Stampin' Up! Does. They let you design and inspire a stamp set. And this is a great step. There's great swirls that you can kind of use pieces to add on. And then there's the two-step stamping. So you do the outline and the inside. And there's flowers with it. They also, some of these flowers coordinate with two of our punches. So I made this card yesterday, and the leaves and the flowers coordinate with the, what was it? The Strawberry Builder Punch. Let me get them. And, oh, I can't find, here it is. So, sorry. So the Strawberry Builder Punch coordinates with these little flowers. So these are here. And then the Flowers and Leaves Punch, I thought it would be this one for this, but it's this smaller one and then the leaves. So I made this card, it's on my blog yesterday, and I punched out and I fussy cut this, so it was pretty easy. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, and just real quick, Celebration is going on for 2 months. So with Celebration, there's a brochure with different products you can get for free with a $50 or $100 purchase. So this has some great things. If you don't have the catalog or the brochure, you can go to my website, pspapercrafts.com, and there's pictures of the catalogs, and you can look at it online. You can email me, patty@pspapercrafts.com, if you want to get a physical catalog, and I'll send it. So anyway, let's get started. This is, I think it's such a fun card. I would love to receive this in the mail. I did some stamping, and then I ran it through my embossing folder, and I used the what is it called? I'm so bad with names. Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder. That's hard to say. So let's get started. I'm using polished pink, which is a fun color, as my background. And the measurements are pretty much, you know, your standard card base and your standard layer. And then I'll tell you, I have this actually on my website, but I'll tell you when we get there. So the first thing we're going to do is just do a bunch of stamping. Now let me get my scrap paper, and I like to stamp first and then I'll run it through my embossing folder. Looks like there's an edge there. I'm going to flip this over. And I like to stamp my larger images first. And I actually was trying to do it with the swirl. Do I have that? And I thought it was too busy. Let me see if I have it. I was playing around. So see, I thought that was too busy, but it would be nice maybe without this. I just thought it was too much, but I thought that was pretty, maybe with just a little happy birthday. So just play around with it. And we're going to start with black Memento ink. I'm going to do all of them with black Memento. And just real quick, the card from yesterday, I used polished pink and fresh freesia, and I just stamped it direct with the outline, and then I stamped off, which means you stamp on a scrap paper, and then stamped it to get the inside, which was pretty. It's a lighter color, but the same shade, and you only need a couple of ink pads, and you get different colors. So that's a nice way to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just ink up with black Memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp these kind of randomly. And I do want to go off the paper, so you want to start with your largest one, And then I'm going to fill in with my small flower. Again, go off the paper, just random. And then I'll do my coloring. And you can color them with blends or just the markers if you want. But I'm going to do the two-step. And then I want to do some butterflies. These are so cute. And you want it to look like it's, you know, just one bigger piece of paper that you're, that you cut down, if that makes sense. Let's do one over here. And you can always fill in. And then I want to do this, this piece, which is kind of a filler for this, but I liked just having those little doodads. So I'm going to do those, and then we'll see if we need to add more. So just randomly here and there, and go off the page. Let's see. So the other thing I wanted to mention, during Celebration, we always have a join promotion. And of course they're doing that this time. So while I'm doing all this random stamping, and if you know me, I'm not a random person, so I have a hard time with random. But anyway, if you looked on the last page of the brochure, there's a join special. So you can buy the starter kit, which means you're joining Stamping Up. Doesn't mean you have to run it as a business or do videos or hold classes, but you are joining Stamping Up, and you can get 2 free stamp sets when you join. Now typically, the standard deal is that you spend $99, so you buy $99 worth of product, and it's whatever you want. While I'm talking, I'm going to do some stamping. I'm using Melon Mambo, and this is funny because I used Polished Pink and Melon Mambo. I thought I was using Polished Pink for the flowers, but I think it goes. So anyway, you buy product, $99 worth of product, and you get to choose, or you pay $99 and you get to choose $125 worth of product. So right off the bat you're getting, and if this doesn't line up perfectly, it's not a problem. So right off the bat you're getting a savings, and then you get free shipping on that order, which is really great. And so that's when you get your heavy stuff. And then on top of it, during Celebration for 2 months, you will get to choose, just making sure I have everything, 2 additional stamp sets. So it's a really great deal. And then you would join my team. We're the PS Paper Crafters, and you can just enjoy the discount. You'd get 20% discount on all your orders after your first order. So this is Mango Melody. So it's really a good deal. There's no pressure. We have a lot of fun. My upline does a lot of training, and you would have access to different groups with training if you wanted to do it as a business. Now, you know, most of the demonstrators join just to get the discount. And then you also get to go to convention. They've been online because of COVID. And then you also get to order products early. So all of the products in these catalogs, I was able to order early and have them on hand. So that's another little perk. I'm doing Flirty Flamingo, and I love that you can just do the outline, and you know, as I said, you can color these or you could stamp. So this is called 2-step stamping, where they all coordinate. But isn't this pretty? I love it. So anyway, I just celebrated my 5th anniversary, and I really love it. I joined just to get the discount, and then I decided that I wanted to do it as a business, and I retired, so I had the time to do it. I've met some wonderful people at some of the conventions. So anyway, this is the stamped thing, and I don't want to go on and on too much about it, but if you have any questions, email me, Patty at pspapercrafts.com, and I would love to help you out. to just understand it if you have questions. So this layer now we're going to, hi Carol from Connecticut, hi. I'm from New York, right over the border from the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, so right near Connecticut. So I'm going to use the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. Now that I have it stamped, I'm going to emboss it. So I'm going to take out my embossing machine, and for this I'm going to use the platform, and then there's a special embossing plate for 3D embossing folders. It's the number 4 plate, and if it's a 3D you need this. If it's not a 3D, you would just use your cutting plates. You don't need to use this special one. Okay, so we'll go right through and then we'll see the magic that happened. Let's put this aside. And I think this is so cool. I've done it in the past with the subtle embossing folder, which we don't carry anymore. I don't think I would do something with big patterns or anything, but I thought that was pretty. So the next thing we'll do is stamp our little banner. And I think this little bird is so cute. I love it. So I'm going to use the Melon Mambo again. And again, I can't believe I did Melon Mambo and Polished Pink. I don't know what I was thinking, but they look good together, don't they? So let's see. Happy birthday. And I do love the sentiments in the stamp set. There's a hello, a thank you, and happy birthday. And they're just, oh, and a for you. They're just kind of big and bright and bold, and I think they're fun. And we'll just go right about here, and I'm winging it, nothing, you know, measured or anything here. And then let me see, Carol. Oh, there you go. I was right off I-84 too, Newburgh. I'm actually moving back up there. Moving to Pennsylvania right over the border. My kids are up there. I live in Florida now, so I decided to make the move. Big decision. But I'm happy to do it. So let's see, we'll do our black Memento ink, and these swirls are really cool because you can, on this one, my sample that I was playing with, I just did this big swirl and I added these small swirls to it. So you can really build this up and make it as big as you want, which I think is really pretty cool. And there's 2 different ways that these swirls go. So one goes this way and one goes that way. Kind of like a, I don't know, 6 and a 9, I don't know. So we're gonna just put this down here. I'm winging it. And we'll put one right here. Okay, and then we want to do this little birdie, which is adorable. And I'm just going to have him here. He's not really standing. I'm trying to think. I'll put him here, more in the center. Okay, so I think we're done with the black. And then we want to color the bird in, and there's a stamp to do that. Hello from New York. Icy New York. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to be going back to that. So my kids live up in the Newburgh area, and my grandkids. So I decided that I'm going to move back. I'm going to move right over the border into Pennsylvania. And I'm excited, but not excited about the weather. Right now, the weather in Florida has been in the 70s during the day and the 50s overnight, and it's just perfect. So I'm like, oh, what am I getting myself into? But I really miss my grandkids and my kids. So I'm going to take the plunge. Okay, but I lived there my whole life. I grew up in Rockland, and then I moved up to Orange County, and then I moved down here about 7 years ago. So I need my scissors. Now I have a punch that we no longer sell that I would use to do the banner. I think it was called the triple banner punch or something. And I loved it, and we no longer sell it, so I'm going to do it the way, the old-fashioned way. So you got to cut right down the middle, and hopefully I won't ruin this, and then cut each side to create the banner. And I always end up having to fix it. So let's see. I have to go up a little further here. There we go. Okay, so this piece is 2 inches, and I think I made it 3 3/4 to have enough room for that. And then this is 1 1/2 inches, and I just thought this was a cool way to do it. I got the idea again from the catalog. So I'm going to just snip up this middle and do each side. And hopefully get it, there we go. Phew. All right, and then I want to just see if it's too long or too short. If I did have it too long, you could always, you know, push it down and cut the top off, but I think this is okay. So let's put our card together. Very simple card. I'm going to use some liquid glue. I like to use liquid glue when it's an embossed layer to get in all those nooks and crannies. So there's, you know, the height and the mountains and valleys, whatever you call them. I call them nooks and crannies. And we'll just put this down. So I see somebody from Michigan. Minnie. Hello, Minnie. Michigan must be cold as well. So let's actually put this together as well. And I don't want to get glue on the sides of this. So I'm going to put the glue on this one and kind of wing it for how far down I want to go. And the liquid glue also lets you just have a few minutes, a few seconds actually, to make sure it's straight and even. You can kind of mush it around a little bit. So then we're just going to put this on with some dimensionals. And let's see, almost out of dimensionals on this pack. I think I have a few little pieces here and there, and actually I'm going to cut these up and I'll use this part. I have one here. I'm going to probably put more on than I should, but I want to make sure it's nice and secure. So do you guys do this with your dimensionals? Use all the pieces? It's nice when you have a skinny sentiment and you can use just that part. I like doing that. Yeah, that's probably a little overdose on the dimensionals, but that's okay. And we'll just take all the backs off. Very easy. And then we'll do the inside. And the inside of this card, I'm using a celebration item. It's really a great set. It's called Special Moments, and I'll show it to you in a second. It's all sentiments. And I love to have a card or a stamp set that's all sentiments. So there we go. Isn't that cute? I love the texture on it. I hope it comes through pretty good. So we'll do the inside on this one. I kind of built my little black swirly things and the bird, and this is the stamp set that I used. Special Moments. It's in celebration. It's for a $100 order. You would get this for free. And it has, you know, it covers a lot of different things. So I used, so I didn't use the happy birthday for that, but I used for someone who is wonderful in each and every way. But there's a hello sunshine, thanks, sympathy, birthday. There's a lot of different sentiments in here. So I think it's a good one. And they also have some small ones. Sometimes you want just a little tiny sentiment. And, you know, sometimes you want a big one. So it's nice to have those choices. I'm going to do this in my black ink. And it's nice. It's photopolymer. So you can see if it's upside down. So we'll do this and try to get this straight. And for someone who is wonderful in each and every way. I love that. And then we're going to do these swirls again. So I kind of wish the bird was facing the other way when I did this, because I wanted to put it here, but it's totally fine. I don't know why I like things on this side, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to just kind of create some of these swirls, just a place for the little bird to stand on. And it's really cool, right? You could just keep going up and come out with this whole big swirly piece if you wanted to. Oh, I need that for the bird and for the butterfly. So let me leave the black ink out. And I'm going to do a little butterfly up here and the bird. So we'll have the bird just sitting on a branch. And there's plenty of room to write your personal note in it. And then we just have to color the bird in with the melon mango. Or mango melody, what is it called? Mango melody. Don't we have a melon mango? I think we had that at some point. It's hard to keep all these names straight. So cute. And then we want to do the butterfly. And I did that in the Flirty Flamingo. So these are great colors, but you can use whatever colors you want. You know, if you don't have these colors, just use what you have. Change it up. You could do purples, pinks, oranges, whatever you want. So I like to do my inside layer with the Stampin' Seal. I feel like sometimes you see the glue ridge around. I mean, I love the liquid glue for everything else, but for some reason, the inside layer, I like to use just the Stampin' Seal. But you use whatever you like, whatever you're used to. There you go. The cards are done. So, oh, no, I've got to put some jewels on it. So, I use the in color jewels. So, there is the polished pink one. And I decided, take your pick tool. I decided to put just a large one and a tiny one. And then another tiny one up top. Oops. Up here. So there we go. Now we're done. Very easy to do, and you could do any kind of background and then just run it through your embossing folder. It's fun to make backgrounds. The key is to start with your bigger one, go off the paper, and then fill in with smaller. But thanks for joining. I'm glad that you love it. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. And I'm here on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, so come back and visit. Thanks. Have a good one.